that you have a lot of presentations, and I really dislike presentations. And like 2 weeks ago, we had two presentations, and before both presentations, actually before every presentation in my life, I'll feel very nervous, and then there'll be like tons of butterflies in my stomach. But it is always when I pray to God for courage and strength that I'm able to pull through all these presentations. And there's this Bible story that really encourages me, which is the David and Goliath story. So, a summary of this story is the small David was put up against giant Goliath in a war, and he only had 5 pebbles and 1 sling. So everybody expected him to lose, but then what's amazing is that he emerged victorious. And what I like about this story is actually what he said when he stood before giant Goliath, which is all those who gathered here will know that it is not by sword and spear that the Lord saves, for the battle is the Lord's, and He will give all of you into our hands. So in my everyday life, my exams, my presentations, my frisbee competitions are like giants in my life, and I'm like David. But I know that I can conquer them as long as God is with me, because all the battles are in His hands. So God may not appear to me as a vision or like talk to me as a voice, but He's always there for me and providing me with courage and strength that I need for every day. And in fact, He has blessed me with friends that who will go the extra mile to be there for me when I need a listening ear, or random encouragements that are very timely when I need support. And He has also blessed me with a very supportive and loving family that who will support me with, like, even though my decisions are rather questionable to them at times. And so the lyrics of the song said, when you've been fighting for it all your life, and you've been struggling to make things right, that's how a superhero learns to fly. However, we are all human and we are not superheroes, and it's okay not to be okay. And we do not have to bear our troubles on our own. I'm sure the people around you here, or the people who have brought you here today, are people who really care for you. And God has placed them in your lives for a reason. And I'm sure they will pray for you when you face troubles that you find yourself not being able to cope with. And of course, there's always God who will always be there, no matter how many times we turn away from Him. And He will be there every step of the way. So, to end off my story, I would like to share a verse from Matthew chapter 11, verse 28. It says, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." Yeah. So here is my little story, and I pray that one day we'll all find peace from God and will never have to walk alone. So may the Lord bless you and keep you. Thank you. Now I'll pass my time to both of them.
Hi. The game was on. Heat waves radiated from the turf. The whistle shrilled for the match to begin. And then it happened. An egg-shaped ball started flying towards me. I tried to run away, but it was too late. Bodies that looked like mountains started towering over me. Ladies and gentlemen, and anyone who has ever been the skinniest rugby player on the field, never, ever attract attention. The more attention you get, the flatter you become. And within a matter of seconds, everyone was scrambling for the ball, and I was scrambling to get out. And as I struggled to get out, suddenly I was tackled back onto the ground. I heard a snap, and then I sat down in my left bum, and I found my forearm to have split into two at a perpendicular angle. I lay on the ground, feeling faint, with my arms stretched in resignation. At that very moment, I hated my rugby CCA. rugby training is so irritating. I mean, it's 3 times a week, and every time we train, we can only go home after the sun has set. Every single day is so tiring. And every time after training, when I reach home, I don't even have the strength to think about my homework. Time for studying was took away, and time for hunting for mouse and playing Mafia Wars on Facebook was taken away from me as well. It's definitely things that are more satisfying than just training. It took away my grades, my games, and now it even wants to take away my arm. These feelings intensified as I recovered. These feelings intensified as I recovered. I started to wonder why. Why did God have to allow something like this to happen to someone like me? Someone who went to church religiously week after week. Someone who read the Bible every day, diligently. The after effects of the injury did not help. I became a bench member for the rugby team, and we all know that bench warmers don't get to play. So I went on to join the guitar ensemble. But everyone there was so talented that I felt inferior. I was once again denied the opportunity to represent my school. Life in guitar ensemble was tiring, still, but sometimes even boring. I still read the Bible, still went to church for worship and fellowship, but sometimes it really felt like it was more than I could take. And I have to admit that my faith in God became less and less. But as my faith was shaking, God shook my world. Not so that He could make things worse, but so that He can show me that He is still in control. As I stepped into JC in the next phase of my life, I sought God for a new beginning. I applied for as many CCA interviews and enrichment activities, and I ended up in the Students' Council, where I spent the best years of my school life. I was placed in a department which grew into a family made up of a secretary that loves to be late, a super abenga, a genius that last I checked scored 9 distinction on A-levels for A-levels, and a quirky department head, and me. We always pondered upon the ultimate question throughout our council term, which is how in this world were we able to work so well with each other? I mean, we argue but not get angry, and we always have fun when we have each other. To me, that answer has to be God, because I would not have ended up in student council if I had stayed in rugby. It is by God's grace that I have injured my arm. It is only by God's wisdom as well that I was placed together. We were placed together in this department to forge memories that we will never ever forget. Recently, I've been wondering, thinking, reflecting about faith, about what I have learned through these experiences. And it can be summarized in an acronym. F-A-I-V-H. Faith. Faith affects us all in every aspect of our lives. F for family and friends. A for academic results. T for time, and H for health. Now you may be wondering, where's the I in faith? It is in me, waiting on Him while continuing to worship Him and placing my trust in Him. It is then that my arm could be broken, my heart could be broken, but my faith will not be broken. If you place your trust in God, mountains in your life will move. You will see broken hearts being renewed. You will see hope that never ends. Because that is what faith in God can do. Thank you.
Thank you, Gina and Daniel, for your sharing. Life is not smooth sailing and our strength is limited. However, life is more, like what Daniel said, more than what our eyes are seeing and more than what our human minds can even grasp and imagine. For you now, what faith can do by Cutlass.
Everybody falls sometimes. Gotta find the strength to rise from the ashes and make a new beginning. Anyone can feel the ache. You think it's more than you can take, but you are stronger than you know. Don't you give up now. The sun will soon be shining. You gotta face the clouds to find the silver lining. I've seen dreams that move the mountains, hope that doesn't never end. Even when the sky is falling, I've seen miracles just happen. Silent prayers get answered, broken hearts become brand new. That's what faith can do. It doesn't matter what you've heard. Impossible is not a word. It's just a reason for someone not to try. Everybody's scared to death. They decide to take that step out on the water. It will be alright. Life is so much more than what your eyes are seeing. You will find your way if you keep believing. I've seen dreams that move the mountains, hope that doesn't never end. Even when the sky is falling, I've seen miracles just happen. Silent prayers get answered, broken hearts become brand new. That's what faith can do. Overcome the odds. You don't have a chance. When the world says you can't, they will tell you that you can. I've seen dreams that move the mountains, hope that doesn't never end. Even when the sky is falling, I've seen miracles just happen. Silent prayers get answered, broken hearts become brand new. That's what faith can do. That's what faith can do. Even if you fall sometimes, you'll have strength to rise.
As we come to the end of our first set of our cafe event, we will have a break of 15 minutes for you to enjoy our second round of refreshments, and we will be back after this.